Missions. What comes to mind? Feeding the poor, caring for the sick, providing relief to disaster victims, building churches, schools, orphanages, and hospitals, doing something tangible. Absolutely. These are all common and valid ways to penetrate the darkness with God's message of love and salvation. But can we challenge you to consider something else? Something intangible and perhaps more challenging. What the IMB Tokyo team believes is the key to defeating the enemy and pushing back darkness? Can we challenge you to combat the evil one? Can we challenge you to join us in taking on the megacity of Tokyo through prayer? Ultra-modern, ultra-cosmopolitan Tokyo, Japan is the largest city in the world, but one of the least evangelized. With the country's Christian population standing at less than 0.5%, only 1 out of every 200 people, Japan is definitely a country resistant to the gospel. And Tokyo, as Japan's capital, takes its place at the very center of this nation's lostness. What does this megacity in darkness look like? Spiritually, Tokyo is a place that acknowledges 8 million false gods, while refusing to acknowledge the one true God of heaven. It's a city devoid of Christian influence where idolatry, false religions, and cults are rampant. With no moral book to guide it, Tokyo is absent of moral absolutes, and immorality prevails at every turn. It's a city where life has little value, and hopelessness characterizes the lives of many. Tokyo is a place where Satan has built a complex web of barriers to the gospel. Although Tokyoites appear to have everything, their lives, underneath the self-sufficient surface, are spiritually bankrupt and absent of joy, hope, meaning, and purpose. In the spiritual sense, Tokyo's millions need to be rescued, fed, cared for, and provided relief just as urgently as any disaster-stricken region or developing nation with human needs. The barriers in Tokyo are numerous and need to be destroyed. The hearts in Tokyo are closed and need to be opened. How do we break down the barriers? How do we open the hearts? The answer? We can't, but God can. The IMB Tokyo team believes this battle, not against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities, will only be won on our knees through the power of God, unleashed as Christians worldwide join together to pray strategically and fervently for the salvation of Greater Tokyo's 33 million Japanese. God is already working. More Japanese people than ever before are seeking answers to life questions and are turning to the Bible and faith in Christ for direction. God is about to do something big. What a perfect time to join Him in what He is going to do in Tokyo and throughout Japan. The IMB Tokyo team invites you to be on mission with God in Tokyo and partner with us in a special way to reach the masses of this mega city. Join us in an intensive prayer emphasis called Free Greater Tokyo, an intentional effort to reconnect churches in America with the lostness of Tokyo's 33 million Japanese. This effort will provide and promote avenues to reach the lost through prayer specifically, as well as missions opportunities both in America and in Japan. How can you help bridge this gap? Adopt Greater Tokyo and its 33 million people as your prayer focus for the year. Form and/or join your church's mission committee or team to serve as a liaison between your church and the IMB Tokyo team and to promote personal missions involvement. Commit to pray daily or weekly for the salvation of Greater Tokyo's 33 million Japanese using IMB Tokyo prayer guides. Join with the IMB Tokyo team members for special days of prayer and optional fasting for the souls of the city. And finally, come to Tokyo. or financially support someone else to come for a 7 to 10 day prayer walking or evangelistic mission trip. The IMB Tokyo team is believing God for volunteers to pray on site in Tokyo every single day of next year. Pray, consider, commit, get involved. The Japanese need you and your prayers more than ever. Don't miss the opportunity to join God at work in Tokyo, Japan, as He uses the influence of this city to impact the entire nation for eternity. Allow God to use your prayers to free the captives of Japan, one heart and one family at a time.